Smokin Tobacco's coverage of the 2024 Premium Cigar Association Trade Show is brought to you by Drew Estate, the rebirth of cigars.
What's going on, everybody? Matt Tabacco from SmokinTobacco.com. I am at PCA 2024 with coverage brought to you by Drew Estate. I am with Aaron from Flint Knoll and Winery. And we're going to talk about wine at this cigar trade show.
Why not?
Why not?
Yeah, let's do it.
A little bit of vino.
A little bit of vino and cigars.
Tell us a little about this. So, give us just a quick backstory on Flint Knoll, the winery. Who are you?
Flint Knoll Winery, we are a small boutique winery in Napa Valley. Our first vintage was 2016. We are focused on single vineyards, very tiny lots and vineyards in Napa Valley to highlight that specific region, the age of the vines, and that type of Cabernet that was grown there, and making those wines to create a really beautiful of-site, of-land, and of the terroir Cabernet.
You know, I'm a wine guy myself, as is my wife.
Yes.
She's a wine lady. So when it comes to wine and whiskey, and people do a lot of whiskeys and, bourbon barrel aging tobacco, wine aging tobacco. That's our language. That's our those are probably our favorite, wine and whiskey, the two
Wine
W's.
and whiskey, the two W's, the win-win.
That's our bag, man. That's our poison for the most part. So this is exciting. Now, I've had the Flint Knoll Macanudos.
Okay. First release or second?
Both.
Okay, awesome.
And they were really good. And, the flavor was unique, and I loved the way that it came out. It was very complex. Just kept me on my toes the whole way through. Just really quickly, really briefly, just for the audience at home, just explain kind of, the aging process with the barrels and the tobaccos and what made this release special.
So, loved cigars since I was 18. Worked at a cigar shop in Wichita, Kansas, where I grew up. Flint Knoll's an ode to where I grew up in Kansas. I think it's important to not forget where you come from.
I agree.
And always stay grounded and be humble and count your blessings every day.
Yep.
And wanted to get into doing a cigar line for a long time, but didn't know the opportune time.
Okay.
And always we make these world-class Cabernets by using these French oak barrels. And when you're aging tobacco, everybody thinks of cedar and Spanish cedar, and those all add a nuance to the tobacco, but a very mild nuance. I wanted to do something with these really expensive and very allocated barrels that are used in Bordeaux and in Napa and other parts of the winemaking world, and are highly sought after because of what it gives in spice and texture to the Cabernet. And now we're highlighting that with the quality of the fruit and the vineyards that we're making these wines. And I wanted to use these and parlay that, and instead of aging the tobacco like in a humidor or cedar, aging that tobacco in these French oak barrels, which housed and made wine for 2 years, 22 to 24 months. So there's a lot of wine that was sitting there for a long time. So what we do is we have harvest, we pick the fruit, it ferments, and then we put it in the barrel for 22 months. Then we bottle the wine and we ship those barrels to the Dominican Republic, and in essence create a little aging room for the American Pennsylvania broadleaf, which is the binder of the cigar that we do.
Wow.
So the first release, we used the barrels that made our 2018 Royal Appointment Cabernet. The second release, we used the 2019 barrels that made that. So we're not reusing the barrels to age the tobacco. Every time that I have the harvest, we make the wine, and that new vintage that comes out, we're sending those barrels to age the tobacco to make the next line.
And, I was over with Steve at the other side of Macanudo,
Yes.
and I asked if there would be a continuation of this, and he would not tell me. But
Yeah. We have a third release coming out. After that, God only knows.
Well, I look forward to that.
Well, thank you. Yeah.
I'm going to keep this short and sweet. I appreciate your time, Aaron. This is great, and great job on the cigars.
Than't you.
They're fantastic.
Thank you.
And you've been a big supporter of ours.
Yes.
So I just want to say thank you.
Thank you.
Because you're an awesome guy.
You're awesome.
And
it's nice to meet you in person.
You as well.
Yeah.
You as well. And you know what? Good luck with the rest of the show.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Maybe I'll see you at the bar later.
Absolutely.
That'd be awesome.
All right. God bless.
Guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to stay tuned for more coverage from PCA 2024 brought to you by Drew Estate. Take care.